from the perfect spot. I hope it's perfect lighting. Perfect. Okay. Perfect spot, not perfect lighting, but good enough. So, it is 7, a little after 7, I believe. Let's go grab some things. I'll be back. Give me a minute. So I can do some statistics and show you guys a few things. Okay, so first things first, let me say I've made so much good progress for a few books so far. I haven't touched, well, I've touched obviously, but I haven't read anything in it, and I've got about a chapter or two of an audio book. The challenge isn't over. Let me tell you guys, the challenge ends at 9. It's 7:01, so we still have time. We haven't finished a book yet, but we're almost done. So we're almost done this book that I've been reading all day long. I have not switched over to a different book. I've switched over to an audiobook, but for the last 5 minutes, I've been listening to the audiobook, but I can listen to the audiobook while reading an actual book. And so this, I am middle of chapter 12. Yeah, so this is chapter 13 right here, and then it's 13 and 14, and then I'm done. So I've told half of 12, 13, and 14 until I'm done. So that's good. And that means I would have read 85 pages. I'm trying to get the entire of a 100-page book, which I'm just going to consider this entire book, which is 276 pages, which it's called 5 Feet Apart, which means that I'm almost at 300 pages. Well, I'm over 300 pages, which, so basically, why I'm including the entire book is that today, when I first started the challenge, at around 9 o'clock this morning, I was kind of still asleep, I was asleep, but I wasn't asleep, and I needed some time to wake up. And when I was getting dressed, when I was eating breakfast, when I was eating dinner, when I was eating lunch, I had some headphones in, and I had my phone, and I was listening to the audiobook of this book. So I'm just going to count it. And it's my challenge. I can say if I'm going to count how many pages for each book. I'm counting all of it. Okay? And then I have 103 pages left of this book, and I still haven't touched it I still haven't read anything for today. Which, I threw it up to chapter 7. I'm on chapter 4. Okay, and then if I finish this 85 pages in the book that I'm currently reading, which is Scarlet Discovers True Strength, and the 276 pages, that'll be 361 pages. And from page 76 minus 43 is 33. So that means I would have read 33 pages and 276 and 85 pages, which is 394 pages. So that means I have to read about 40 pages of this book to have a little over 400 pages read. But I mean, if I switch the 33 with 103, that's 464 pages. But if I switch the 103 to 146, it's 507 pages. So basically that would mean within the next 3 hours I would need to do not this, but around 153 pages and the rest of the audiobook. This chapter that I'm on, 12, is a long chapter. But within today and tomorrow, I think I can finish the other book that I was talking about that has 146 pages left. But I'm just going to read up to the bookmark of this, the second bookmark of this. So these are the three of the rest. These are the rest of the TBRs for today. Within the next few days, today, tomorrow, and with today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 4 days. And readathon is on Monday. So 4-day read brain break. So I have 3 days to physically and mentally prepare, get some creamer for coffee, get some energy drinks, and read some, not some, read most of the books to where for the 24-hour readathon challenge that the TBR can be all of the extra books. Because I want to read over 2,000 pages. I'm going to read over 2,000 pages in 24 hours. Actually, yeah. I'm going to read 2,000 pages in 24 hours. If I can't read it 2,000 pages in 24 hours, I want it to be 1,000 pages in 24 hours. I want it to at least be 1,000 pages. So, that means whatever I have to do, I'm going to finish 1,000 pages. This isn't even 1,000 pages. And I didn't even finish all of it. Let's see how many total pages it would be if I read all of these 3 books. So it's 276 plus 148 and 146 and 146. That's, hold on. I put minus instead of plus. That's 570 pages. If I read all 3 of these books, that's 570 pages. That's a little over 1,000 pages. That's a little over halfway to 1,000 pages. Which, that's crazy. But I'm going to do the 3 books that I have here if I read all 3 of them. Which is 146, 148, and 163. That's 457 pages. Let's see how many pages I would have read if I read the leftover. So 146, 103, and 85. That's 334 pages. So, let's go finish these 3 pages. So at 9 o'clock, or at like 9:05 or something, a little after 9, I can say that I read all of these 3 books, that I finished 2 books, and I read half, and I made good progress of this book. So I could say that. Because I want to cross off all of this and all of this by 6 o'clock tomorrow. So these 2 books have to be done by 6 o'clock tomorrow, and by the time I go to bed, half of the other book, which is Sage and the Journey to Wishworld, has to be done. So it means in 2 days, I would have read 4 books. In 1 day, I finished 2 books. 2.5 books. Let's go read. Because this is the 24-hour readathon challenge. I'm slacking. It's 7:11 now, and I need to go read. Bye.